I was born in Oklahoma, kind of grew up all over the place. I was an Army brat. My family was military, and if you're born in my family, you're pretty much born into a uniform. I always had like this calling to always be something bigger than myself. I come from a very traditional Native American family. I was always doing everything in the community. I became like the princess of my tribe. I was in school on a full academic scholarship. I was bound for med school, and then 9/11 happened, and I gave up my duties as the head princess, and I gave up tens of thousands of dollars in scholarship money, and then I went into the military. I was on cloud nine. It's a highlight of my life. I deployed to Iraq. The first day that I was there, I had these emails from somebody I had never met. He started coming around to my room all the time. If he wasn't at work, he would be on my door. Behind where we lived, there was a lot of open space where everybody would hang out. It's the middle of the night. People start leaving. Then it was just me and this other guy. We kept arguing about females being in the military. It eventually started to get physical. And then the next thing I know, this guy pushed and I was on the ground like in an instant. I came up and when I came back down, my head was just slammed like so hard into the concrete. And then there was incredible pain, so much pain. I could feel him on top of me. He wanted to have me in a sexual manner. I became absolutely petrified. He was gonna kill me. Before I know it, I was up on his shoulders and he was taking me to a dumpster. He was like, so women don't belong in combat, women don't belong in the military. You're all trash, all women are trash, and that's where you belong. And he threw me in a dumpster. My head was, I could feel my injuries swelling. Like I could feel the back of my head just. I climbed out of the dumpster and walked back to the building. I didn't tell anybody exactly what happened, and the reason I didn't tell is the unwritten secret code of keep your mouth shut. I didn't want to lose my job. All I wanted to do was wake up every morning, be a service member, go to my job. That didn't happen. After I went back to my room in those few weeks, I would come out of my room and I would look at the wall and there's graffiti every day. Words like whore and slut, and it had to be him. Eventually, we went to a different location. I felt a little better because the guy who had hurt me was gone. But then I started blacking out. I had these horrible pains that like shot through my eyes. And I was diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury in multiple locations. It finally took like a doctor sitting down and reading hundreds, possibly thousands of pages from several doctors to piece together, and eventually they were like, were you assaulted? I got into the TBI clinic, eventually, but my unit wanted me to go off my own back, essentially. Their statement was, we are not refusing you medical treatment, but you need to take personal leave to go. I've been told there were other cases against my assailant. As far as I know, the guy only did, I think, maybe like 90 days in jail for DUI. Whatever type of violence that he inflicted upon another person, his jail time was for drinking and driving. I'm very fortunate that I sought help, which a lot of people are afraid to seek help. I started my organization, Walk Against Rape, and I focus a lot on service members because service members just have a lot of trouble getting medical help. And just because I'm out of my uniform doesn't mean that I'm still not serving my country.